Hi, this is Clete Lewis. On behalf of the Douglas County Conservation District, I have a couple of board members with me today, Deb Hill, Bill Vanderpool, and also with me today is Derek Clemens of the NRCS. And we're here to announce the winner of the 2017 Conservationist of the Year Award, and that is with Brooke Fox and the CAF organization.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for this award. On behalf of everyone at CAF, we're just delighted to be the recipients this year. Thank you very much. CAF was started in 2002 by John and Bee Bull, who lived here their entire lives and felt that people really needed to understand where their food comes from and about agriculture, and also to support youth in our community. So they started the Colorado Agricultural Leadership Foundation. John's father bought the ranch actually in 1907. So it's a centennial ranch. The Bulls have lived here consistently for over 100 years, and they still own 35 acres of the property. We've developed a whole range of different programs, including education programs for our youth. We also do adult education programs. The programs that we do for kids are connecting kids to agriculture programs, and we have them from preschool all the way through high school. The idea is really for people to understand and learn where their food comes from and the importance of agriculture in everyday life. So those are our education programs.
So I've had the opportunity to be on the property, and I've noticed tremendous activity with a variety of youth, and in particular, some of the 4-H programs that you host here.
John and Bee Bull actually were very involved in 4-H their entire married life. One of the things that they instilled here at Bull Ranch was they wanted to provide a place for kids to raise livestock projects, even if they didn't have a ranch or farm. So that's something that CAF is carrying on, and since 2002 we've had over 65 kids. Another thing that we do during the summer that the 4-H kids are involved in, and the kids that work here, we bring inner city kids from Denver. The University of Denver has a project called the Bridge Project, and they provide before and after school care for 4 different Denver Housing Authority centers. And so we bring those kids out for a day at the ranch, and those 4-H kids are their leaders throughout the entire day.
One of their missions and values is really providing an ability for people to connect with agriculture.
We do have 17 different gardens, if you will, and grow a variety of different things. One of the things we do is in our education program, we have kids come out and they actually plant in the spring and learn about what seeds need in order to grow. In the fall, they come back and they learn about the parts of the plant that they eat. Again, always connecting people back to agriculture. That production garden is also used for an earned income source, and another partnership that we have with the Wellspring community, which is an organization here in Castle Rock that provides services to adults with special needs. They help plant and help maintain and harvest, and we either sell that or provide it to them for their bakery that they have in their cafe, or we donate the food to a food bank. We also are working with CSU, and they, for the last 3 years, have been doing a woody plant trial here. So it's mostly trees and shrubs. They're testing these plants to see are they viable for Colorado. And so this is our 3rd year that we've been doing that. We raise a ton of pumpkins. We have a Harvest Day event where people come out and we advertise it as Harvest Day. So they actually get to come cut the pumpkin off the vine. We have a broad range of gardens, and down here at Beel's, around the homestead, we're actually restoring that to be an heirloom garden. the plant production aspect is really important to us, all the way from those gardens to trying to restore our pastures. We did this year get some seed from the Conservation District to replant and do some native grass replanting here.
We hear about your budget, but I know from firsthand experience, the amount of volunteer hours that CAF receives is staggering.
We have some employees, we have a board that's really engaged and that kind of thing. And so from those years in 2002 when we had very little money, our budget right now is about $250,000. We get a lot of support from individuals. About 50% of our income comes from corporate and individual contributions. We have a small amount from grants. We have about 45% of our income comes from earned income. We have over 200, close to 300 people who come and volunteer at CAF on an annual basis. We're super blessed in that way. Our staff right now is really amazing, and they're doing a lot of this out of the goodness of their heart. So again, we need to really work on that stewardship element of raising funds and to bring more awareness to the community about what we do. Our vision is to really become a preeminent working educational ranch. So we want it to be this beautiful place that people can really learn. And so
Douglas County has lost some of its agricultural heritage in the last number of decades, and I think it's really important that some of those seeds can be sown in the suburbs. So what have you done to help achieve that goal?
Well, CAF has what we call our Connecting Kids to Agriculture programs, and through those programs we serve about 3,000 kids right now. And the really great news is that the teachers really are grateful for it and they're coming back. The other exciting thing is that we're increasing our programs. We've actually, from 2009 to now, we started with one program. We have about 12 now.
Brooke, East Plum Creek runs south to north through the entire property, and I know it's a watershed for Denver. It's an important creek.
So, like you said, East Plum Creek does run the entire length of the property, so it's an amazing resource for us. But it's also, like you said, it's part of a larger watershed. So really delighted to work with the Conservation District. We did receive a grant to do a baseline inventory of the creek. We want to identify issues such as erosion and other things that could affect, but also to restore the creek back to its natural state.
Well, Brooke, it's been an honor and a pleasure meeting with you and getting out on the land, just getting your objectives, meeting with NRCS and the rest of my staff to go out and put together a conservation plan, a holistic plan that will address all your natural resources. In that contract, you implemented 7,630 feet of fence. You completed some pest management on 35 acres, and also you did prescribed grazing. You followed a prescribed grazing system on 116 acres. How did that prescribed grazing system and the weed control, how did that help your management?
Our property is 133 acres, and so to be able to do that on 35 acres is a lot of money, and so it was something that we really, really appreciate. The prescribed grazing component is still something that we're continuing to work on, and we're really grateful because it's giving us an opportunity to really see how we can change the landscape with a prescribed grazing regime. You might see in the video some sheep running out to the pasture. We actually do that rotational grazing in accordance with what the NRCS has recommended.
Brooke, again, thank you for explaining all of your programs on behalf of CAP, your educational programs for the youth, explaining your conservation practices at this wonderful facility at Lowell Ranch. And I think what's most exciting is that you recognizing that CAP is a continuing resource for Douglas County. Again, congratulations on CAP winning the Conservationist of the Year Award for Douglas County. And thanks again for hosting our visit.
Thank you. That's really good. Thank you. Thank you. Can we get a hug?
Oh, yes. We're oldies. We've been here a while.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good.